Okay, we are about to begin. For any of you that did not watch the last few games, I will quickly give you a rundown of what has been going on. Alright, so a quick rundown for everyone. We have lost Valkyrie, unfortunately, due to the authorities finding out that she had been using magic. Due to this, we have been searching for two new players, one being Entrix, and the other being
You,
Varius, who is currently not here, but he will be joining midstream. We had to.
you're not
What?
Max. Sorry, you're not recording. We're not on stream.
What do you mean we're not on stream?
We're not on
He's
stream.
on.
He is live. He is live.
He's
Okay.
live.
Oh,
Refresh.
yep. Sorry. Don't.
Okay.
No,
Not
he's
the
not. No,
program.
he's not.
He is.
Professional,
I'm-
everyone.
I'm on your fucking stream. It's saying that it's hosting Fireblade.
Refresh.
Refresh.
Okay, now it's fine.
Here at Rexor 400 and the Filthy 20 Studios, we try to give you the most professional streaming experience. Who the fuck are you kidding? This is why I drink. Where did I leave my Clorox? And so it begins.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
If this today the stream feels kind of low energy, I am sorry. I've been up for multiple hours and I've had to stream 2 games before this. So kind of bear with me, please.
Boy.
Yeah, sure. Except I don't got paid for it. Cry me a river.
You're still working hard.
Alright, so in the last session, we had basically rushed through a section due to Mark, aka Jackson Hayes, not being here. We will be recapping on that as that is one of his main character arcs, which will actually give him a fresh level in Blood Hunter. Blood Hunter, I cannot English, Jesus Christ. Now, I'm going to try and play some background music in the background. Can everybody please introduce their character in the meantime?
Mark, go ahead.
My character is Jackson Hayes. He's a human that used to be a Kingsguard. He got blighted with blood magic, which is against the world's rules at the moment. It's very frowned upon. So he basically got betrayed by the people that he guarded himself.
My name is Fergus. I am a ginger. I'm also a gunslinger human. And I got framed for a crime I didn't commit. Keys.
More specifically, that being murder. Lastly, Entrix.
Name's Albion. Human, and I'm a knight. Enough said.
How about a brief description? Is that an option? Do I have to
Mysterious.
purchase additional DLC?
It's gonna cost you $5, and for any more additional DLC like cosmetics, it's gonna cost you an extra $2.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Per
EA
cosmetic.
Games. Get the fuck out of my call.
Still cheaper than EA. Still cheaper. Actual EA games, you can spend more money for less stuff.
That's actually very accurate.
It's sad 'cause it's true. Moving on with our life, EA don't sue us. Alright,
I love the Sims. Don't sue us.
we're going to be basically going backwards in time-wise. We're going to go back specifically to the day when Valkyrie was killed. Intrix, your character has not been introduced yet, so I'm gonna ask you to please remain muted for now and or just be quiet if possible.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Alright. Moving forward. You are sitting at the front with the Plague Doctor, Jackson Hayes. Your hand and the palm of your hand, flames slowly trickle out, dancing in the middle, like two lovers. Ooh. The Plague Doctor kind of looks at you and sends you a message. I know what you're thinking, but it's probably not worth it. Trying to go against the Inquisition is more deadly than you would believe.
Yeah, but they slaughtered her without even giving her a trial. That
They had enough evidence on her that even you would have probably done the same given the order. But you must also learn to control your anger and manifest it into your work. Unfortunately, we only have 3 days, but it might just be long enough for me to aid you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hate the words. I'm gonna need to have to learn how to control it in order not to cause a scene in front of everyone.
Tonight, at nightfall, we will begin. The others will eat and rest. Meanwhile, we will go into the woods. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. You
You-
know how to control this?
I have my own forms of magic that may prove to be malicious to many others had I not honed their ability. I can attempt my best to train you, but I can assure you now, it will not be easy.
I see. I'm willing to do anything.
Good. That is good to hear. Meanwhile, in the back of the coach, how are Fergus and Crow holding up?
Well, Crow's not here at the moment, so
Alright, oh yeah, fuck. How is Fergus holding up?
He's still processing.
Right. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream, Crow is currently unavailable, and I will be autopiloting his character. I assume he somewhat feels the same. He's very confused on what to make about the whole ordeal. He lost someone that technically he had slept with, not in a sexual way. And yeah, this all feels kind of new to him because he also understands that he himself is technically a magic user, and this could in fact be his life. One day you're up and running, the next day somebody finds the one little trickle, the one little trace you left behind that you're a magic user. The Inquisition come after you, and you're dead. This is reality. So yeah. Nightfall comes. I've already done this last time. You, Jackson Hayes, managed to catch a deer and bring it back to the camp. The plague doctor kind of takes the whole heart thing, putting them into vials and whatnot, and cooks it up, and you cook it up to a nice meal. The others, as they rest, he kind of beckons you into the wood.
yeah, I follow him into the woods.
After a solid 5 minutes, you can no longer hear and or see your campsite, and you are in a nice patch of what seems to be dead land. Yeah.
So this is where we're gonna train?
That is correct. Well, rather, this is where you will train. Take
Okay.
that garb off your arm.
I start taking it off.
Alright? As you do, you see that the kind of scar marks are kind of scorched red, like a flame going up and down your arm.
This isn't normal at all.
Nothing is normal within this world.
Yeah.
Here we are in a land filled with the arcane, a place that I once used to call home. But for now, that is all that you need to know. If you want to truly understand what is going on with you and how best to conceal your powers, you must meditate. Sit down
Okay.
on the ground and hone in on what makes you, well, let's just say, special.
Okay, so I sit down, cross my legs, I guess.
You choose.
Yeah, cross my legs.
Thank you for the follow, Try Ghost Wolf. Anyway, go on.
Get comfortable, because has a feeling it's gonna be a while.
I need you to give me a charisma check.
Charisma.
Yes, this is basically to put you in a trance-like state where you can focus upon yourself.
Alright, give me a second. Charisma.
Take your time, no rush.
Charisma is wisdom, right?
Yep.
No. Charisma is actually charisma.
Yeah, the main set charisma.
19.
Even that's very good. You kind of begin trying to focus in on yourself, to a point where you, in the kind of layman's term, astral project yourself out of your body. As you do, you see there's another figment behind you. One made of pure malice, malintent, its body glowing and aching with red scorch marks, its face so warped in pain you can barely recognize it. But it's also you.
It's my other self, I'm guessing.
It's the part of you which you've been restraining. The ability that lets you use power. The one you've shut out for so long. It looks up at you and you see it. It points at at your arm, and even though you're in this form, you can feel it rack with pain.
Why do you exist? Why must I go through such pain?
In the back of your mind, you hear the Plague Doctor still. Because you are blessed with such spells and abilities. You are blessed with sight and power that many would once kill for. This
Yes.
creature is you, but if you do not feed it, it will grow hungry. It will want more. See how it is racked with pain. From day one you saw it as a curse. In reality, it may be one of your greatest allies. Channel it.
I proceed to try to accept it.
You do so, and your unconscious body kind of lets its hand out, and in the middle of your palm, a small flame begins to rise, and you feel that the other figment slightly untenses itself.
I reach out to this figment.
Your hand goes through it. It looks up at you pleadingly.
What must I do in order to accept you?
You must use the power that it is able to give you. You must understand your limitations. You must understand how and why you are given this gift. Or as you put it, curse.
Well, I got into a line of fire. That's how I was given it. That I completely understand.
It shakes
was
its
giving-
head slightly at you as you say that.
You were telling me that you were given to me on purpose.
It puts up its hands in a certain way, and you see as it begins portraying images of your parents and the ones before you. And you begin seeing scenes that were never ever told to you. Your great-grandfather was a magic user. You see him begin to clean water with nothing but a snap of his fingers, casting out fireworks to entertain crowds. Your grandfather, probably one of the best cobblers or so you heard from your father, and you begin to see how he would cast different shapes and figments to create these shoes. And lastly, your father, a person forced into submission when well, to put it lightly, the magic rain had died. You see him how, as a young lad, he was able to hit anything at a certain range, using nothing but a finger, and with a small blast cause extreme devastation. You come from a long line of magic users, but this was all kept as a secret. It was but mere time until you too would gain the power.
So it wasn't by the Blood Witches.
The Blood Witches only enhanced what you had already pre-existent within you.
I see. You knew this, Black Doctor?
I have my ways of learning such things.
I look at my right arm and try to focus the flame and make a shape with it. Of sorts.
Alright, you begin to do so. I need you to give me another charisma check.
Okay. 18. Wait, sorry, charisma's -1, that's 17.
That's fine. Let me just quickly roll something. Alrighty. You begin forming this sword in your hand. You feel it slowly curl around your unconscious fingers, and the blade is long. Although it's made out of nothing but flame, you can tell that it's sharp. Probably as sharp as your real sword.
So this is what my lineage is.
Your lineage is magic users. I cannot say that there is any form or anything that you could not create. You could enhance your abilities, but you must not fight them. You must understand the limitations and the power it brings with it. As he finishes that sentence, you can see that the scars in your arm begin to fade slightly.
I see. So these scars were being formed because I was not using my power.
Consider them like stretch marks. The longer you go without using any form of magic power, the larger they will become, the more evident they will be to the outside world.
You see, so in order to not have them visible anymore, I'm gonna have to use my power once in a while.
That is correct. We must go back. Time has passed much faster than you would anticipate, given your form. He snaps his finger and you're suddenly put back into your body. Your flame sword still in hand, now dissipating rapidly.
You know this is gonna be trouble, right?
The creature is quenched for now. Understand when you can use them, when you can't, Jackson Hayes. I may not be able to save you yet again.
Yeah. What just happened and today, none of us might be able to save each other.
There are things you do not know about me, and things that you have yet to learn. Unfortunately, this is not my time or place to tell you such things. But no, I can help you when times get rough. Unfortunately for Valkyrie, the gods did not want her to survive.
Jackson Hayes stands up, stretching. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I trust you with my dying breath, Black Doctor. So, I leave everything in your hands, and I proceed to start walking back.
As you look up at the trees, you can actually see there's daylight. You've somehow spent around 7 hours doing this in real time.
And I only felt it like it's been a few minutes.
That is correct.
While I look up, I proceed to think, okay, that's new, and continue walking.
Right. So, meanwhile, back at base, Root and Crow are kind of up and they're looking around for you guys. So yeah.
Where do you think they've gone? What's taking them so long?
Probably looking for herbs for the plague doctor or something.
I haven't bandaged my arm again, I'm guessing.
No,
Since there's no visible marks anymore.
you don't need to. No.
Question.
Yes.
How come Crow is suddenly Irish?
Because fuck it,
Right?
this is the thing I'm going to... I have a very limited palette of...
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm tired, I have a very limited amount of voices when I'm tired.
Just give him a Russian accent. No, a French accent.
Root, stop.
How about no? I think I would probably get banned if I do a French accent. What's wrong with Irish? Nothing is wrong with Irish, they're just making fucking jokes at my expense.
You don't blame us.
Potatoes.
Yes.
Highway 5.
We're gonna fast forward back to the whole bar thing that happened in the last episode.
Max, just so you know, because we can barely hear him, Reese has joined as well.
I
Yes, we
know
know.
I have heard him. Reese, can you give us a quick sound check? Professional,
So,
yes.
testing, 1, 2, 3, because I fucked around with the settings.
Raise your volume. We can't hear you.
Stay classy.
Professional.
Thank you.
Give me a second.
Okay, you're good now, I think. Talk again.
So, hi
I'm
there.
gonna quit.
Tie up.
Just
So-
why don't you guys put me up from the settings on Discord?
That's what I did.
Because it's your volume that we need to hear. As in, if we do that, on our end it's gonna be fine, but on Max's end, who's streaming,
It's fine.
Yep. It's fine.
Yeah, I kind of just boosted you up to 200%. Also, hello Lana, thank you for coming to watch. We're gonna fast
Hello,
forward
Lana.
over to the
Part where I end up saying, "Be careful, do not make a fuss."
yeah, kind of you're like outside the speakeasy kind of thing. There's the torches that are lit. So yeah,
Yeah.
what you guys gonna do?
So basically, recap.
Yeah.
Now,
This doesn't look creepy
when
at
you
all.
go down, do not interact with anyone, and stick with me. I lift up my shirt to show them the emblem that's on my belt.
Oh, okay. We thought we were gonna say something else. Alright.
Well,
You
aren't
don't-
you a dirty-minded fella?
Oh, shush. Both know we thought the same thing when she tried to lift up her shirt.
No, I think we did.
Stay classy.
Can you please give me a deception check to see if it's a no, not you,
John.
John, for making it believe that he didn't actually anticipate tits being showed.
Oh, I never said I was gonna anticipate tits.
You implied it.
Okay.
It was implied.
Deception. Oh, okay. I got about an 18.
18? Alright, you do a pretty good job at masking your intent of wanting to see some tits. And this is how I get banned on Twitch.
I'll be honest, not a pervert. He actually meant it. What the hell? He was
Look at the
actually
chat.
telling the truth.
Oh, the sex offender's back.
Yeah.
Hi, Lana.
It's not talking to you, it's talking about the guy with the stalking fetish.
Shut up! I don't have one.
The
You
data.
just have to sleep at night.
Alright, so going back, you guys are now slowly making your way down the stairs. You eventually meet another iron door, which is slowly pushed open. You see a very plush lounge kind of thing. There are like wooden tables that seem to be very, very taken care of, with a nice red tarp on each of them, with a golden embossing with like the name of the place. It is called Core Colors.
Core colors. Can I do a history check on it?
Sure, it would be you'd have disadvantage because this is kind of an unknown place to you.
This is fine.
Wait, Max, sorry I'm gonna correct you, but wasn't it called the Shifty Tavern?
Yeah, Shifty Caverns.
Is it called the
Shifty
Shift Caverns?
Yes,
I believe
Shifty
so.
I could be wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be the Shift Caverns. I know the other place was called Dark Haven.
Yep.
No,
Shifty
Lowest I
Caverns,
got
Shifty
is a
Caverns.
15.
15. You kind of managed to pick around that basically. This is a kind of place where you'd go if you need a merc or a job to be done. This is essentially the dark web of the medieval ages kind of thing.
Of course, no, sorry.
So,
Could be worse.
On the bright side, you know the food is great,
yep.
I don't have to cook it!
and the drinks are cheap, because no tax.
Yeah. So I closed the second large metal door behind us, and I end up going in front of the party and end up saying, "So, follow me." I go up to what appears like the counter with a person behind it.
You see this really large, gruff half orc. He's got like one humongous tusk that is actually digging into his eyebrow, and one that seems to be so fucked up and gnarled it's pointing downwards, and is slowly scratching his nipple.
Um, while Reese is doing that,
Sylvain.
while Sylvan is doing that, I turn to Crow and Fergus, grab them by the head, and proceed to squeeze, telling them no mention of cocoa powder.
Do I hear this, Max?
You
Oh, no,
can
it's
give
quite
me
visible
a
what I'm doing.
perception check to see if you heard the words cocoa powder.
I'm doing this as well. Perception.
Sure.
Oh God!
I got a
Natural 20.
I got a 30-20.
This is why we drink.
He both of you just look at us like cocoa
Cocoa
powder.
powder?
Wait, what the fuck?
We both hear them mention
wait, Jean,
cocoa
Jean,
powder.
Jean, we both look
Can
at
I
them
do a
and we end
straight
up
check to see
asking
how much I am
in
squeezing their
a
head?
confused state. Cocoa powder.
Wait.
Yes.
Strength check
The
to see how much
barman
I'm
just the
squeezing their head.
cocoa powder.
Imagine
One at a
cocoa
time,
powder.
guys. Come on. I can't hear.
Ima-
Mark, what did you
imagine
say?
if-
Strength check to see how much I'm squeezing their head.
Sure, if you want to deal damage to them, though.
16, 17, 18, 19.
19. Alright, you squeeze them pretty hard. Do you want to deal damage?
I'm saying they're gonna have a long rest now, so not really.
Okay. So, yeah, you see this orc with the fucked up tusks.
I end up going in front and end up saying, "Oh, hey, Orky."
I told you my name is Carl.
But Orky is such a better name for you. Anyway, so I need one room. I toss him 2 silver.
One room, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is 5 of you.
I just raise up my hand in the air like, I'm more than happy to drink until I pass out on the bar.
It is fine by me. It is best if you get a room.
Alright, I offered.
It is 2 silver for each room.
I
Can you
just
give
paid the 2
us?
silver
Can you
outright.
give us a shared rooms?
If you
Double.
want shared room, it is 5 gold for double
Okay, I'm
bed.
gonna stop you right there. I do not want a shared room.
Neither
Very
do I.
good reasons.
I don't really
I
mind.
don't know where
have
to start.
matters of discussion with all of you.
Well,
He finally sees the plague doctor as he kind of like looms out from the shadows. Oh, there is 6 of you and 1 extra long room. Okay.
I go up to the orcs, give him 1 gold piece. I tell him that I want a separate room for me and the plague doctor.
You give him a gold piece?
Yeah, considering it's 1 extra large fucking room.
Alright. The guy kind of like looks at the gold slightly, takes it, and counts you 2 keys. They're both next to each other, 008 and 009.
I toss the key to the black doctor, the 009.
He
There you go.
takes it graciously, putting it in his cloak, and starts heading off to his room.
I end up giving him the rest of the gold for the rest of us to have sort of like those rooms that are against each other, but they have like a door that you can go into the other room instead of going into the hallway and all
You
that shite.
want brothel room.
oh hell no.
Oh no, John, me and you are safe.
Good enough for me.
Yes, fuck it. Give me the fucking brothel room.
Brothel
No
room
touchy.
costs extra unless you want the doors locked.
And you say you're not a sex offender.
Crow
Trust me,
kind
this
of
is much-
looks at you and raises an eyebrow. Are you sure this isn't your fetish?
Well, I
Just
turn to I turn to
I
those two.
would have
Well,
already done the deed if this was my fetish.
well, you two, you know you can always pay your weight and get a private room.
I think we'll do that, and they kind of like move up. They both pay 2 silver. Rude, do you actually do so? Because I kind of assumed. Sorry.
Nah.
You joined the sex offenders party. Okay.
Sure.
Yeet. Oh wait,
Ah,
Yeet didn't
she
exist.
I don't want to
is
waste
designated
money.
party- She is designated party leader.
So
I
yeah,
kind of want to be an asshole, but I probably shouldn't.
if you want to be
Why?
an asshole, sure. I mean, it's your character on the line.
No, it's fine. Barkeep, how much does a barrel of ale cost?
It costs around 5 gold for the cheap shit.
Gold, huh? Do I have enough? Just like look into my pouch.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
Where the
dun,
okay,
dun.
I had gold listed. I don't know where it. Oh, great, professional, everyone. This is fine.
Don't forget to add 2 gold.
I already did. I
Uh,
don't have enough. What about 3 bottles?
3
I-
bottles cost you 2 gold.
I proceed to say fuck it. What's your character's name again?
Albion.
I push Albion out of the way and put 5 gold on the counter.
You do
I
so.
need a drink.
Well,
kind of,
aren't
like,
you
goes-
generous?
Into the back and like over his shoulder has a very large keg, like larger than regular, putting it down, and you see there is a cork. He hands you the faucet, which you can just kind of like push into the cork and take at your leisure. That is 5 gold. I give you 5 silver back when you return cork.
Fair enough for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait,
Don't you
what
mean
about
the tap?
mugs? We're gonna need mugs.
He kind of like groans as he goes under the thing, taking out 2 metal tankards, putting them down on the table. You see they're very well engraved, surprisingly. Probably bought at an auction or something.
Nice. Alright. So, Jackson, how are we gonna do this?
Well, proceeds to grab one of the mugs, put it on their faucet, fill it, chug one down.
I should warn you, I was planning to drink the entire barrel on my own, so that way I can pass off.
Well-
So,
Well, you could
Well,
jerk off, you
Fucking
cunt.
shit.
the
Well-
fuck was that?
Like a random guy in the background.
No one asked you. Buzz off.
Fuck off, cunt, you still owe me money for the glass beer you took. You find out it's the bartender from the other place.
I paid for that.
Bullshit! You paid me
I
for
paid for that.
You paid me for half a wheel of cheese, a bedroom,
I
2
wait,
whores,
I-
and you forgot to pay
And
for
I
your
slam my
drinks.
dagger into the table
Okay,
and
okay,
tell
okay.
them to stop.
Can you not slap your fucking weapon in my countertop? It is expensive.
Wait, you did what? I'm sorry, I didn't actually hear that.
He grabbed his dagger and slammed it on the table.
Basically.
Oh, that's cute. As I slowly pull out a bit of my longsword.
Okay, the half-orc seeing this is just literally unzipping his pants.
God! This was not a euphemism for sex, I swear.
I know, but if we are slamming
Context.
shit on table, I'm taking out my meat scepter.
Okay, okay, I just like
proceed
completely.
to
reached
grab
the sword.
Levian's arm.
Mahogany.
We are not do this.
God fucking damn it.
Trust me, after what I almost saw, I won't. Alright, so I'll drink in your room, then I'll head back in mine. Deal?
So, it looks like me and
Yeah.
Fergus have some talking to do.
I proceed to tap Fergus on the shoulder. Good luck.
He's gonna need it.
I feel like I've made a bad decision.
You can still get room for 2 gold.
No, she cannot. Orky.
Oh, 2
Hey.
silver, sorry.
I'm a dude.
Orky.
It's
No,
99, it's 119. Fucking misgendered scumbag. It's 119, this is now canon.
Fuck, there was actually a song I wanted to.
Everyone proceeds to their room and try not to make too much noise.
You kind
Oh,
of...
trust me, we don't think we're going to be the ones making noise. Good luck, Fergus.
I'm scared.
I mean, depends if I start to
proceed
scream in
push
my
Frodo
Actually,
into
From what
our
I
room.
saw today, I can't be as scared.
You're pushed into a room, you're given a key, you're given key 003.
Oh, also, where's Crow? Is Crow in the same room as us?
No, Crow is like, nope, I ain't sleeping with the sex offender.
Wait, so we have a sex offender and a drunk.
I ain't a sex offender.
Yes, you
Debatable.
are!
Deception check.
Deception check, yes.
I'm okay. I'm not. No. This is being truthful. She's not a sex offender.
I
This
know.
is out of.
He looks like one.
She has a.
She
fucking-
acts like one too.
She's a fucking prostitute for hire as well. She has multiple jobs. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're not helping your case.
She's a sex offender though.
Now you're not helping your
Okay,
case.
no. Okay, let's see if you are a sex offender. Roll me a d20 with no modifiers.
Oh my god.
I love being a DM.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
Oh boy, that
He's
suits my
half a
inner
sex
goddess.
offender.
No, the higher you get, the more sex offenses you have created. So yeah, with the 16, you
got
have
a 16.
slept. You have no permit for being a whore.
I do have a permit. She has it in her items.
All right, you used to whore yourself out without a permit before you did get it, which is still a viable thing. You have 50
has her
different
version
kinds of crabs. You have
By the
been
way, there's-
drunk and fuckery, which is also an arrestable offense.
Oh god.
That's
And you proceeded to stalk a bard across 3 continents to try and get in his pants.
A bard!
a bard.
A bar.
Yes, and Root, could you try and fix your headset? Because I can hear myself twice and it's very annoying.
Yes, Jordan. A bard.
Is this a bard that's a dwarf by any chance?
Oh god.
Yes, Lana. A bard.
Fucking bard!
Is it okay now?
Wait, let me double check. Hello! Yeah, it's fine.
Hello?
It's perfect. Please keep it like that for future streams as well. Thank you.
I think I'm supposed to have
Hey,
those
look,
songs.
I don't know what she's into.
Like
All
what?
I know is that
She likes
went
dark
for a-
animes.
She stalked a bard.
You don't know
Enough
this.
said. Enough
You
said.
don't know. You don't know this, John.
No, I'm not saying this in character. I'm replying to Jordan.
I love fucking good people's characters. That's what soothes me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, a brothel room.
So in
But
the
anyways.
brothel room, I end up leading her to a table, sit her the fuck down. I go
Him.
to the other side, and
Him.
I don't sit down like resting my back on the back of the chair. I like flip it around and lean forward to it.
Various.
So you're
Him.
trying to do, hey kids, listen up kind of thing.
Yep, basically.
You do that? Okay.
Wait.
So-
Just to be clear, sorry, Reese. Who's in the brothel room right now? Just him and.
Yeah, and Fergus.
Okay.
So, seems like you're the only person that is sort of reasonable in your party.
Meaning?
Meaning that you're the only person that isn't having any fictions
That is a very
About myself.
debatable thing. They cannot hear me right now.
in other teams.
Debatable.
This is not a brothel room. Orky just likes to fuck with my clients.
I see. Well, it
So-
doesn't look like a brothel room. I've been to
Exactly.
some, and this does not look like one.
Exactly.
Kinky.
God damn it! Whoever said that.
Did I miss something here? I'm sorry. Wait, Max, can I do a perception check to see if I can actually hear this from my room?
No, because there's like 2 rooms in the way. You're probably hearing people fucking more than you are hearing them.
I am fine with this.
Sure, give me a perception check to see what you hear.
Perception. 19.
Oh yeah, Hans, put it in mein pooper. That's the first thing you hear. Would you like to push it?
Why not?
And this is how I get banned on Twitch.
Arousal check.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh yeah, arousal check, JP.
Arousal check.
Arousal
Arousal
check.
check.
Sure. I hate my fucking dice. 18.
Right,
Whoever clapped, fuck you.
you hear me thud against the wood of the wall. One could say there's wood on wood. So yeah, you want to give me another perception check? There are 2 more rooms to go.
Sure, why not?
This
Oh
is
my
how
God,
I get fucking banned.
You're good at
Everyone.
20.
I don't know how to do this without actually getting banned. Shit. You hear the sound of ball slapping on the outer thighs of what you assume to be a woolly mammoth, as the sound of a trumpet and or a trunk is being used.
Oh god.
Wait, am I doing I'm doing this while drinking if I'm not mistaken.
No, you
No.
went. This is like after you drink.
Oh, that actually somewhat helps. Somewhat helps. I'll go with that much for now.
Another
There is
arousal.
one more room that you have to go through.
Okay.
Hint, hint.
What?
How much?
22.
Oh my God, Max.
Trying to think of way not to get banned on Twitch. Da, 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 da. Jesus Christ, moving on. You know those particular really shit porn scenes?
I am not inclined to answer that question, but go on.
What do you
We all
mean,
know he
lady?
knows.
This isn't an ocean. It's a bathtub.
Oh God, that's bad.
Wait, this is their room.
No,
No, no.
Oh, okay.
There's
oh
more.
My God. Okay.
No, isn't it
okay.
the room next to us?
yeah, that's the room next to you guys.
No,
Yeah.
we're on 0. Oh God, that is the room next to us. Holy shit, that's 0.
How come we're not hearing anything?
Because none of you are doing perception checks.
I
You're
decided to
deciding
go
not
with
to hear it.
Hey Jackson,
I'm not in the same room with you.
we're drinking in the same room.
No, you guys went to your separate rooms after. I've said this multiple times.
No, we went. I just said we're gonna go into the same room to drink.
finished.
Then
Yes.
I'm gonna go.
After the drinking.
We drank an entire barrel in a few minutes.
Yes,
Yes.
you guys are alcoholics. Deal with it.
I can't.
It is true.
I can't argue with that. I just like take my ear off the
Ironclad logic.
wall. I just take my ear off the wall. Okay. Either I'm going insane, which is probably the case, or I need more alcohol. Let's go with both. I just leave out the room, go to the bar, and get another drink.
Alright, meanwhile, back in Fergus's and Crow's room. What are you guys talking about?
In Sylvie's room.
On Sylvie's.
Oh, Sylvie's. I keep on mixing names. I am sorry. I am
Crow
running
is
on, like,
fucked off.
really, really low battery right now.
So, I approached you guys because I saw that you had a man down, and I looked for an opportunity to talk to you guys. But as you can tell, I come off as a little bit creepy, or in your polite friend's words, rapist way.
Yeah, no shit.
So, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna designate you as the party leader of this group. And I would like to do a contract with you. If you want to discuss this with the others, that's fine. If anything on your own, you can at least put me down.
Can you yell a tiny bit, Reese? You're barely being heard.
God fucking damn it.
That's much better. What you just did
So,
there.
So, you can put me down as a trial. I have a trial contract on me. You put me down, you'll see my performance, and and then you'll decide if you want me to put me down for a longer contract. This is a short-term contract, only 1 day and a half. What do
I
you
see.
think?
I don't know. I feel kind of weird making decisions without the others.
Well, mind you, I've shown no ill intent. I've brought you to a place that is actually sanitary. Your friends are probably off drunk or in their clean beds as well. As I said, the other thing about your friend that died, I'm sorry about that. It was just a job. I'd even get to her. It wasn't even me. And I'm being truthful, which is really weird for an assassin, but hey, I kind of like you in particular. Not in that way.
Deception check.
Oh god! God fucking damn it!
I'm being truthful!
Hey, Ruth, you should.
We're being too harsh on Reese, Jesus!
Okay, insight check to see if
Hey,
you think
I
he's
ship it.
lying.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
That's
Crow
what you-
and Jackson getting shipped by you, Ruth. So you're getting your gist of it as well.
It's called karma. I'm not.
What do you mean
else.
karma?
I know fuck all!
Jesus.
I got a 6.
You got a 6, that's pretty good. You know he's probably telling you the semi-truth. There's something behind what he wants you to do.
So, in any in anything, I just want to be part of this group for a little while. I can put down the trial. I take out one of my contracts.
Hmm.
It's the trial contract. You can plainly see on the top thing in big fucking font words saying trial. 1 day and a half.
Is it written sans too?
No, it's written in like really official looking font.
Damn it.
Yes. So, I take my contracts very seriously. I take my job very seriously. I have some ideals that I want to do, what I want to see, and all that. I think you guys as well. And I can see that you guys are going very far. And we can always. And I want to be part of this. To be honest, I've had little to no luck in jobs. Lately, everybody is just hiring me just to kill their worst enemy in quotes.
In
Basically, let's just say, oh, my last job before this one, which was actually a serious job, by the tale of it, I had an old man end up paying me 2 gold to go and kill a 8-year-old. Yeah. You can see where this is going.
quotes. No, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah, tell that to the 8-year-old. But yeah, in other words, I think this is a good offer. You see that I can be trustworthy, you see that I'm being truthful, and I have no ill intent towards your group.
Well, so far you haven't shown any ill attempt, even though I did judge you at first when I first met you.
Exactly.
Fine, I'm willing to give you a chance.
I appreciate that. That's all I ask for. So, this is how it works. You can see that it says 1 day and a half, and then after 1 day and a half, the contract will concede. It will vanish. So, the loot spread, I'm just gonna tell you this. I'm only gonna do this for 1 measly gold piece for 1 day and a half. And that's it. You can pay me at the end. That is completely fine. If there's any loot that we find during this, it's all yours. All I'm asking is for 1 gold piece. And that's all.
Seems doable.
Cool. So all you have to do is just sign on the bottom your full name and then your signature.
Max, could I still read the?
You can if you want. It will just be a base intelligence
Yeah.
check.
Do I have to roll for it?
Yeah, you have to roll for it.
$20.
Total?
Filthy.
Fully. Alright, fully. You read through it. Are there any hidden causes in this?
Nope, everything's blatantly out. My character takes her contracts very seriously.
But even then, you can't be
But-
like in the future. Oh yeah, you didn't read section 4 twice removed,
Nope,
page 39,
nope.
paragraph
Twice
B,
removed.
C,
The only
2,
thing
4,
that-
5, draft 32 and a half. Like that kind of
no,
bullshit.
Everything is there.
Okay.
Everything is there, and all she can notice, since she ended up getting a filthy, I would say that she can see that the contract is shimmering. And that's it.
It looks whimsical and gay.
Basically.
Why is it shimmering?
You'll find out after you sign it, honey. There's no point in going into detail.
You can give me an Arcana check to figure out why.
I'm gonna tell her anyway, and she's gonna find out. She doesn't really need to.
You just told her you're going to find out, honey, so you're either going to tell her now or she can do an Arcana check to find out.
I got a 4, so.
You know, fuck all.
Die, insane.
Yeah, that sounds about
Pretty
right.
much.
So yeah,
She
what you
signed-
guys gonna do?
I sign it.
Alright, you sign it. You quickly jot down your name, and would you like to tell her what happens?
So, thank you for doing everything. As you're gonna see now that in 3, 2, 1, the contract starts sort of like dissipating.
It kind of
Like
like
it's off.
pulls I don't feel good, Mr. Stark,
Basically, into
Aw.
fog, and the fog.
God damn it,
ends up
Max.
The
Shut
fog
up.
ends up going into my right arm, the arm
Mhm.
that has no stitches,
Mhm.
and it ends up engraving me.
Okay.
Cool tattoo.
No, honey, this isn't a tattoo. This is what you call ruin engraving contracts. So basically, if I defile this contract or do any ill
You die.
intent, not die, but I will
Perish.
be
Get injured.
very, very much. So yeah, basically this is my line of work. I cannot do ill intent onto you guys or onto your party. I will follow the orders of what it what it ends up doing. And if someone else controls me to do ill intent onto you guys, it doesn't defile the contract.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be my own mental consciousness saying that I have to actually attack you.
Okay.
Alright.
Sadly, accidents count, so if I accidentally hit one of you guys and deal damage, I will feel the full front of that damage to myself.
Oh
as well.
boy, let's pray for
don't
those
worry.
natural one, folks.
We do that to each other already.
I had to give it some sort of a downwards.
I know.
I mean, did you see what Jackson did to us at the bar? Freaking cocoa powder.
I didn't do
yes.
anything.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
but
speaking of cocoa powder. I forgot about this. I ended up meeting this lovely tavern lady. Yeah, she ended up saying that she bought all this cocoa powder for one person, and apparently she got killed, and that was my target. Yeah, she gave it all to me to give it to your party, because apparently there's one person that likes chocolate wine. I don't know why. So yeah, I have like 3
And
packets of
this is
cocoa
where a
powder.
tiny small tear comes out of what's his name's eye?
Fergus.
Fergus's eye.
Can I take it and add it into my equipment status?
Sure.
Cocoa
You now
powder.
have fucking chocolate wine.
No, she has 3 packets of cocoa powder.
You have 3 packets of cocoa powder.
Fucking cocoa powder.
We hear fucking Crow all the way in the other room. Cocoa powder!
Fucking cocoa powder!
And then you see a single tear come out of my eye, like, God fucking damn it.
And then you just hear all the way Jackson Hayes in his room. Face palming so hard.
Stalker!
No, I just heard cocoa powder.
So yeah. Alright, Han. So your room is next to mine. This is my room. You can chill, whatever, talk, do all that girly shite. I'm going to rest.
He's a man.
We've discussed this. How many times are you going to forget?
It's 119. You fucking misgendering scumbag.
Yes, but I identify as an attack helicopter, but you can just call me
There's
a
no
dude.
such thing as an attack helicopter. It's 1919.
Exactly, I'm
Get
thinking
your shit together.
futuristic.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Haven't been
Alright.
a man in a while. Forgot how they look like.
And you don't call yourself a sexual predator. Okay.
I did that for ironic effect, but anyway.
Sure.
You can move on to anyone else.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're going to be calling the session there today because I'm fucking knackered. And yeah, I think we managed to get a lot done today. We managed to get Jackson Hayes' level. We managed to further some RP with regards to Varius as well as Entrix. So yeah, this might compensate for next week in case that we don't run a game due to my previous arrangements and or university slowly trying to kill me. One of the two. Take your pick.
Could
Why
always do
not
it
all of the
tomorrow.
above?
Anyways, we hope you enjoyed. Remember, you guys still have to have a say on who will continue to stay on in the Faulty 20. Go over on the YouTube channel first and foremost and subscribe to it, cough cough, and to see any of the replays and or if you've joined in the middle of the stream and want to actually catch up on them or anything like that. All the VODs instantly go over to that channel and will be able to be viewed for eternity unless I take them down. Apart from that,
I have a question. Why don't you just end up doing a voting poll that lasts 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I am thinking about doing that. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to figure something out. I might do it on the video itself. We'll figure something out and we'll get back to you.
Because
If you-
people have already voted, but you know.
Comments wise.
Yeah.
We will be doing so regardless. You guys can find the video. It is part 2 of episode 6. They are in parts because this is kind of a longish episode. The reason being that there is a lot of exposition and shit like that going on, which doesn't feel like it deserves its own episode. Alright. So, are there any
Bye.
questions? None? Alright. Good night, everybody. See
Yeah,
you perhaps
bye.
tomorrow if I stream. I might be doing some gaming streams tomorrow. Alright,
Bye.
see you.
Bye.
Bye.